right, on this video we're going to talk about the major differences between the Dynojet Power Commander 5 and the Dynojet Power Commander 3 USB. They fundamentally both do the same thing. The modules themselves, they control the 4 injectors, your 4 primary injectors on sports bikes. The major differences between them are that the Power Commander 5 is a lot smaller. Like if you can compare like this size to that size, the Power Commander 5 is a lot smaller, and the way they work is a little bit different. On the Power Commander 5, you have these little holes that you put your different wires into to control different things that the Power Commander 5 can do. And then you also have these 2 expansion ports for the ignition module and the secondary fuel module. You can hook up an ignition module to the Power Commander 3, but there is no secondary fuel module for the Power Commander 3. To some people that might be a big deal, but it's really not a big deal because the secondary injectors don't really do very much. But let's say for a nitrous application, it could be a little bit of a problem to get around with the Power Commander 3, but it's an easy fix because you can just either, run bigger injectors. That would be the easiest way to fix that problem. On this, it actually has like what's called a can that you would use to put all the different gadgets and gizmos. Once you plug the multifunction hub into here, you would have to you can plug in an ignition module. You can plug in a gear and speed output, or input rather. You can do outputs for, let's say, air shifter or nitrous. But with the Power Commander 5, you can do all that similar type of stuff, except the ignition module and the secondary fuel module, they go into these expansion ports. And then when you have like inputs, like gear and speed inputs, you would probably just solder the wires, and these different holes right here represent different functions of the Power Commander 5. So that's the main difference, the way they function. With the Power Commander 3, you need the multifunction hub and put it into the can right there, and then you attach your wires to the multifunction hub, things such as gear and speed, 2 different outputs, your map switch, or your boost pressure for turbo applications. You can pretty much do all that same stuff with this Power Commander 5. Boost applications, like turbo applications. I'm gonna put all the different functions of these little holes on the screen. But basically you can do all the same things. But the one big difference, and this really applies to me and my applications because I plan on putting nitrous on both of these bikes. This one's going to be more of like for racing, like a race bike, but I still want to be able to ride it on the street. This one's probably just going to be a stock motor with like a 40 shot. The thing about the Power Commander 3 is that you can actually put in outputs. With the Power Commander 5, you can't put in outputs. You can put in inputs, but you can't put in outputs. So for instance, if I'm going to run a 40 shot on this Gixxer 1000, I can actually use this Power Commander once I get the multifunction hub, and I can connect the solenoids to the output connectors and be able to actually use this Power Commander 3 as a window switch, so to speak. So I can activate my nitrous shot in different gears within certain RPM ranges. With the Power Commander 5, you can't do that. And I read on the forums a lot, and that's the main thing that people dislike about the Power Commander 5 is when you're running nitrous, you would have to use a separate progressive controller if you're going to go that route, because the Power Commander 5 doesn't have any outputs and only has inputs. You can change the trim of your tune based on gear and speed, but you can't use any type of outputs to activate, let's say, an air shifter or nitrous. That's the main difference that I would say that applies to my applications, at least. But other than that, I would say the size and the fact that the Power Commander 3 doesn't have any type of secondary fuel module that can be used with it. Those are probably the main differences, and the fact that the Power Commander 5 doesn't have any outputs. That's pretty much it. One thing I forgot to mention is that they don't actually make the Power Commander 3 USB anymore. You will probably have to get it off of Facebook Marketplace or eBay. But countries like Australia or places like the UK actually will have these Power Commander 3s in stock, as far as like old stock they've had. The price is way lower when you buy a Power Commander 3 that's been used. So personally, I'd probably go with the Power Commander 3 over the Power Commander 5 just for the price. But I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.